Hey guys, how we doing? It's a Saturday the 8th, I think it is, of January. In New Hampshire, it's like 50 degrees and too nice out there to kind of let the day go by. So I wanted to go play with one of my toys, and I figured I'd take you guys along with me. Had to go dig in and pop the battery out of the bus for another, I guess, cold start we're gonna go call this. So I dug that out of there. Of course, made a little pile. Dug out that fan and that thing to access the Plymouth. Yeah, it doesn't have a Hemi. Had this car for 27 years. 67 Plymouth Satellite. I just threw the charger on it and the battery out of the bus. Let's see what we get. It's been sitting here for quite a few months. It's just a 318. It's the original 318 with it was a 318 2-barrel. Now I did the motor about 20 years ago, and when I did it, I did a cam that a 71 340 would have came with, and I had the intake and carb off of a 71 340 also. So with that, it's got 273 gears, but it runs pretty good. But it's just a highway cruiser kind of car. Yeah, when I got it, it was flat. So about half of it was flat back black, and every corner of it was a different color. It was, and every color was fluorescent paint, like a spray bomb fluorescent, like you would use for a black light. It looked horrendous. But for 300 bucks, actually I think it was 3.25. I paid for it. Let's see what we got. We got light on you guy. We got light, and it's pretty much, you know, I've cleaned it up over the years, and then it's deteriorated over the years. I know what you can see. I reupholstered the seats at one point, and let's see. What we get. It's coming to life. Looks like I put it away with a full tank. We got Betty Boop for the ride. I love these things. Pop you on the stands, go back her out. a loping. Dirty too. Real dirty. It's been sitting in there for quite a while. The tires are all still up in the air. And cobwebs right here. Got an exhaust tick. Well, anyway, a little bit more history about this car. When I was young, I was a typical kid. A lot of partying, a lot of drinking. And that shit started catching up with me. And one day, I got in a bar fight. And over something stupid. And I just didn't, next morning I woke up, all beat up, black guy. And I was just done with it. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I was young. Again, I'm 47, so right around 20. Drinking age where I was 18. So I started much before that. Anyway, going on with the story. I just woke up that morning, I was done. I didn't want any more of it, didn't want to deal with it anymore. I just didn't like where my life was going. So I bought this car for $300. It ran, and that was really about it. As I said, it was flat black, and each corner of it was a different fluorescent color. And I stuck it in a barn that we rented for like $15 a month. Yeah, $15 a month we rented a barn. You should have seen the barn, it was kind of rough. And I brought the thing home one weekend, and while my parents were away, and I painted it. Actually, I think my dad actually was in on it, and I told him I bought it. I was only allowed to have the car that I was driving and another car. And at the time I did have another car, a Mustang, and I was hiding this. So I bought this. I figured all the money that I was using for drinking and all the time that I was using, I would wrap up into this thing and make it my busy project, just for something to do. And that was it. I kind of worked on this thing, wrenched on this thing, and never had another drink since then, 27 years later. And this is kind of the reason why I just kind of focused myself into something else that would take my time up. Kind of did the same thing when I quit smoking. I had a Mustang, a 69 Mustang I paid $100 for. Like how you can take the keys out when it's running. And I did that for quitting smoking, the money I was using for smoking. Put into this. I'm trying to find you some original yellow color that I first painted it. There it is, you can see it's chipping off. It was school bus yellow was the color. I got pictures of it somewhere. All the crap that's back in there. And I painted it while my parents were away in their garage. Came out really nice. It was just a quickie cleanup. Again, now it needs to be redone again. It was painted white. It's got to be over 20 years too. Probably around the same time I did the motor. Right after I did the motor, we painted it white, but it's showing it now. It's real dirty. Let's go for a little ride. See if we can anyway. There's my co-pilot, little crash test dummy. Never even put my sticker on it. Try this here. Ah, look at that. Mike's been in here. Ah, you suck. I hate mice. I had poison in the garage too. The windshield's nasty. Let's see what we can do. It's low on now. I always see Mopars, a couple of Mopars that I've had, they always seem the torque converters drain down out of fluid when they sit. graduated in 82. Killed it. But the battery's good. She's cold. I always wanted to put a 440 in this thing. Brakes are a little touchy. Told you I wasn't using a while. It scared the shit out of him. It's just a bunch of rust on the drums. Stopping. Check that thing out. 78 Cobra. Guys had that thing forever packed in there. Another old ride right in front of us. Catch up to him. Hope I don't lock him up, scare the shit out of him. Windshield's filthy. Up. Alright, we got the cobwebs off it now. Still smoking some. We got a leak. Rad's leaking. No fake cold starts here. Yeah. Typical old cars, right? The hood's actually off of a Hemi. It wouldn't have had those hood scoops normally. The stock hood didn't have those hood scoops. This car actually had the plain one, and when I got it, it was black and it had the two stripes that came right down here. You could actually see the ghost lines of it where it was, and I had the Hemi hood ornament, and And the guy I worked with, he had a 383 67 Barracuda Formula S, and he helped me with the motor. We actually did it in a we pulled the motor and we did it where we were working a company called American Science and Engineering. And after work, we did it actually in the basement where we rebuilt the motor there, and we sent the trans out to have it done. The sticker's still there, actually, from the company I worked for. But that's her. Another one, the cars I have hidden. It's decent. It's you know, it was in New Jersey. Convertibles don't get driven that much during the winter time, so there's not so much weather that they're exposed to. But at the same time, I did do, I think I got fenders off of another car, 2 front fenders. Did the quarter skins, and yeah, the typical rust and bubbling at the bottom of the doors. And that's the original trim that it had on the side of it that you see there. And it's got the rubber bumperettes on the front for an option, and then the directionals on the hood. Then the buckets and the power steering. Damn mice. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Take care.